Hey, what's going on, guys? Cody Lopez here with Texel News. And have you ever wondered what it'd be like to have Android running on a personal computer? Where there's a new company that has done just that. This is our review of the Jide Remix Mini PC. Not too long ago, a company by the name of Jide used the crowdfunding platform Kickstarter for a campaign called the Remix Mini project. The idea behind the project was to provide a personal computer running the Android mobile operating system. The campaign was a huge success, raising more than $1.5 million after originally seeking only $50,000. It seems there is a big demand for such a product, and thus the Remix Mini was put into production and now into our hands. So let's take a look to see what we get. Inside the box, you'll get the black Remix Mini device, some paperwork, the power adapter, and surprisingly, a HDMI cable. Although you may have to provide your own cable because the included HDMI cable is rather short, but it's still nice to have one included. The build quality isn't too shabby either. It's lightweight and made of a soft touch plastic. The outer surface is smooth and actually feels quite nice. The unit is shaped kind of like an oversized pebble with all the ports and connections on the back. Looks like we have an Ethernet port, 2 USB ports, the power adapter port with the headphone jack. Also, we have the HDMI port with the micro SD card slot. The Remix Mini doesn't include a SD card or keyboard, so we are installing our own 32GB micro SD card and wireless keyboard with mouse before we power it on. From there, setup continues to be a breeze. Similar to any other set-top box, just plug in the HDMI into your TV and the power adapter into the wall, and you're good to go. With a quick tap on the logo, the Jide Remix Mini will power on. The device will need to install the latest software of Remix OS. We are currently using Remix OS 2.0, which basically is a modified version of Android 5.1. Upon entering Remix OS, you get a sense of familiarity with the system. A start menu with all your applications aligned similar to Windows. You get a functionality with widgets, a popular feature among Android fans. You also have the taskbar, which houses a memory cleanup feature, the Bluetooth, a volume bar, input methods to adjust language, also Wi-Fi connections, the date and time with a calendar, and last but not least, we have the notification sidebar. Next, we have the file manager. It's a simple application but noticeably polished by Jide and Remix OS. This is a legit file manager that you can easily drag and drop files around, plus it has support for any external storage that you might add. Windows users will find this refreshing, easy to use, and very handy. A file manager wouldn't seem like a big deal, but we find it to be one of our favorite features. From there we ask, will this be a replacement for a media center like a Roku, or can it go as far as replacing an everyday computer? And that's when we jump right into productivity. As you can see, we have two applications open here, Google Docs and Microsoft Word. Notice the apps are resizable with adequate support for multitasking. Performance seems to hold up with these multiple windows. The operating system feels intuitive. The copy and paste quick keys work here in Remix OS as well, making it feel more like a true PC experience. Productivity with either Microsoft Office applications or the Google alternatives are a big plus for the Remix Mini, keeping in mind these applications aren't too demanding on the device. So from there, we wanted to push the Remix Mini a little harder, so we installed the game Lara Croft Go from the Play Store, and this is where things can get a little iffy. The Remix Mini has equipped in it a 1.2 quad-core processor and 2 GB of RAM. Some graphic-intensive games will have some signs of lag and stutter. I would like to point out that we are using a screen recording app from the Play Store while playing this game, and it only stutters a few times while excessively clicking the mouse to move throughout a map. But I feel like it should be mentioned the performance can lag a bit with games on this device at times. Taking it one step further, we decided to test the abilities with video editing. This is something I personally do all the time on my own computer and was really curious about. So after downloading this app from the Play Store, I noticed that there were only minor slowdowns with a few graphic overlays. Much to my surprise, the Remix Mini could handle some light video editing. We're able to trim footage, add text, music, and even add motion graphics. Comment below if you'd like to know what app we are using, or give this video a thumbs up if you already know what video editing app this is. Overall, we have come back surprised and impressed with the Remix Mini. Only a couple times were we unsatisfied with the results of our testing. If you think about it as a budget Android smartphone with a splash of PC features, you wouldn't be too far off. The OS outshines the hardware in our opinion. Perhaps this is what Chrome OS was supposed to be like. But honestly, if you are looking for this as an inexpensive PC replacement to use for heavy productivity and powerful computer-like needs, sadly, the 16 gigabytes of memory and 2 gigabytes of RAM isn't going to cut it. However, if you want a unique media streamer that doubles as a PC for light use such as web browsing, email, social media, and some light gaming, this will fit the bill. Comparatively, at only $70, there isn't anything else out there like this. Now as for the future of Remix OS software, it looks very promising. It's easy to use and intuitive, and although we are unable to recommend this to power users, you will definitely find us coming back to this device often because the software experience is familiar yet extremely fascinating. Alright guys, that concludes our video review of the Jide Remix Mini PC. The hardware isn't anything to brag about, although I do admit there is some potential with Android running on a personal computer. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tech infotainment, including a review and comparison on this guy, the Asus Chromebit. Once again, I'm Cody Lopez with Texcellent News, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh yeah!